Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for the month of May. We start with hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. You have pig with be aware of greed, and you have May. Yes, May. Then you have weeping willow with family sorrow, bird flying with news is on the way, and dolphin with financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. I like this. So an investment that is paying off. You also have get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. And this is so easily done by all Sagittarius. Let me read this card for you, please. Take a look. And then let's read. Get grounded. You are being called to get grounded, to ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you are not grounded, it is all too easy to get swept up in other people's energies and mistake it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you are absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. If you pull this card, you are very likely an empath and highly sensitive person and need time alone to fill up your well, balance your energy, and get grounded. There are two types of people: those who draw their energy from others, vampires, and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are and carve out time each day to ensure your well-being is replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all powers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It is easy to get swept up in a high-frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and the most effective way of clearing all this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting with the power of Mother Earth. Spend time in nature, put your hands on a tree, or walk barefoot on earth. So we were talking about someone else's energies to be interfering with yours. And we also have a hand in need of help, assistance, and guidance. The theme of the month for you is about energies from your past, and you see a lot of heart. So this emotional connection to your past that is somehow coming forward to May. It's a very interesting energy because what I feel is it's a very emotional, very from a good place. You know, those memories we have with our grandparents are always like nurturing ones, are the ones that we connect, we feel happy. We always say, I was so happy in those days. And this is the energy that is coming to you in the month of May. This comes as a gift, and this comes with good intentions. It's just the way you will deal with the energy that will make it in good profit for you or ending up in melancholy and sadness. Because the goal of the month is for you to release sadness, for you to release the temptation of your mind to show you that you are entrapped in a situation. This can be relationships, yes, but this can be also your mindset. What is it about your life that you feel like you are stuck, that you don't have a way through, that takes away your sleep, that messes up with your mental health? So this is a process of healing that I find very nurturing, very comforting, and let's see how the process goes. So something, this is a very emotional reading, by the way. So this can be about relationships, and sorrow and the family came here. So it may be an opportunity for you to connect with something that happened in your family that caused sadness and kind of brought the trauma in the past, and maybe now from this person coming back to your life, it's about you healing that energy and breakthrough. So this is absolutely divine. Something you need to avoid, the Knight of Hearts. So, I feel like because you were hurt, or because you have this emotion that is stored in the past that you feel like you lost, you may act somehow in relationships in a more immature way sometimes. And by this, I'm not saying like you are like, for example, the Page of Hearts, which is it's a teenager in a relationship. But this might be someone, for example, that it's either in your life or you in other person's life, that you are committing but not fully. You are admitting, making the relationship public, but deep inside you are not ready to take it as a full commitment, or saying, I want to be with you forever. So there is a need of you evaluating where your actions are reflecting your lack of sincerity of your own emotions, the way you feel. Because I feel there is sincere love, there is sincere connection, but you might be somehow or sometimes having an attitude that leaves the other person looking at you like, this person will never truly be in my life. Yeah. So just reflect, or just be aware, because this might be a trigger response. What you need to embrace is to slow down things. The Eight of Scepters is normally a card of speed, of doing, of action. And, this maybe regards also your emotions, because when you react in this way that you don't surrender to a very good thing, for example, that can be healing, then you may be, because you are scared of losing like you did in the past, and therefore you have a trigger response that you cannot control. You don't control what you say, what you do, how you feel, and how you express it. So this slow down card means that, in order for us to heal, sometimes we need to get grounded. So it's like, don't let yourself be driven by an immediate response. Be more elevated and let things flow in a very slow way. Sometimes slow is the longest term that we get. When we speed up or when we are impulsive, things kind of get broken. If this is, for example, regarding your career, do be aware of the grid. The pig card came here, and this means like, okay, if you are approaching your job or whatever situation you have outside of love context, be aware that you may act impulsively, and this will take you nowhere, with the Knight of Hearts as well. So meaning that you may be taking a step that then you cannot commit because you rushed a decision, because you are afraid of losing something. Something you need to evaluate is, there was an energy, and I remember saying this in previous readings, that there is an energy of lack. The energy of lack is about to leave for good. You are now entering a new world that will bring abundance to you. But in order for you to step into that world, you need to acknowledge that. So if you keep believing that you don't deserve love, then that can be a choice that you are manifesting. So you need to evaluate, what are my goals in terms of abundance, in career, in health, the way you look, the way you express, the people you surround yourself, this relationship or other relationships. Where do I want to be in order for me to feel rejoiced and fulfilled? You need to do this evaluation, and you need to let go. Again, it's about your mindset of speaking even to yourself or others in a way that you are being judgmental. This means, like, again, let's go inside the mind and let's see what kind of swords we have there that are cutting the abundance path. Maybe in your speech, maybe in your communication, but the key to shift this is in your mindset. And Sagittarius, I love Sagittarius. So I know that this exercise is something that you do easily. Going inside your mind and go, okay, I have these buttons and these buttons that, I always push and it doesn't work. Okay, let me change the way I am acting here. Let me tell myself every day that I can do this and find a way if I can do this. Just do it. Because, the growth is for you to revise what happiness means to you. Ultimate joy. The 10 of coins is the manifesting the things we always wanted and go beyond that. This is the card of ultimate joy and abundance, but it's a card that demands the path. Again, financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. This is the 10 of coins. But you will, what I mean is you need to work for it. It doesn't come as like, okay, let's give this, because abundance is all what we want. Everybody wants that. But you are being invited to revise what are the pillars of your abundance. What do you understand by being out of lack of feeling that you don't have enough, that you don't deserve enough, that you are not enough? And then when you revise this, you define new goals. This is a revision, and you will, believe me, you will change your mind in regards of some of them. The path to achieve this is the hermit. The hermit is this old guy, very wise guy, that was climbing. He decided to climb on the top of the mountain. Once he was there, he found a cave. And he said, I'm going to sit inside and I'm going to find myself. And I'm going to find the answers that my higher self has for me. So in order for you to find your happiness and your joy, you need to go in this journey where you are within. Ground yourself again. The hermit, totally disconnected from everybody's energies. This came again with the grounded card. It's about you finding your own truth, your own wisdom, your own words, your own values. All right. And remember the why, because we want to let go of the chains of the mind that are stopping us from evolving towards happiness. Who are you going to be during the month of May? You are going to be your own teacher, and you are going to be an apprentice, and you are going to learn new ways about manifesting. When I say this is that if the subject for you is love, you will learn, or you will be learning about the new rules, the new way of loving, or a new person, all this comes. If this is about you investing money, again, you will be investing in a different way. You will learn new ways of making money and apply this to any subject that is in your mind. Well, your surroundings will be like, I'm not helping you with that. Why? Because Sagittarius, you are out of the box. So this means that you will be doing things in a very different way, and people may not be willing to support you because they don't understand. And that's why you need to get grounded. You need to believe in yourself, and you need to believe that you can do it. And you need to believe that you are a pioneer for others to be following your ways. So yeah, it's a lonely place, but then again, it's worth it. Because, again, if this is love, you are afraid, you know that you have the potential of being creative, of being different, of being passionate, of connecting with your intuition, but somehow you're afraid of that. And I understand when You have the Empress reversed here as your environment because you feel like you will be judged. And the Empress is a powerful card. It's a card that normally it's the healing waters of the emotions, of the manifestation. It's it's everything. So you will have all sorts of kind of sabotage that will remind you that you have to go through and you have to listen to your inner guidance. The Page of Cups is about you giving birth to new ideas that are connected with your higher self. So you cannot source it out from the community or whatever people that are around you. The thing is, we were talking about the Five of Hearts reverse, which is getting rid of lack. We are talking about the Ten of Coins, which is your perspective on what is abundance. And once you start doing all this work that I'm saying, the King of Pentacles is the outcome. As the King of Pentacles is the ruler of the abundance. This is the guy that has a kingdom where he is the one that defines rules. He is the one investing. He is the one providing, and is loved by that. And he does it in a very grounded way, in a very loving way, in a very self-fulfilled way. He has enough for himself. He has enough for others. And still, when he offers to others, he has more than enough for his extra. So this is what you can achieve. Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed your reading for the month of May. If you did, please do like, subscribe, and follow. If you want a personal reading with me, do let me know here on social media. Otherwise, I'll see you in your next reading.